I survived Halloween. Oh, I'm freaking out. So what's up, my synth heads? It is I, Echo Craft. I survived Halloween. I didn't get staked. I basically fed a lot and revitalized myself. So what's new? What's going on? What's happening? I know that Synth Samurai has done a couple of videos on the Night Verb, and I said that I was going to buy that, which I think I'm going to, because it technically isn't a foot pedal. It is a synthesizer desktop effects unit. I don't know, that's the way I look at it. Yeah. So, yeah, so here I am, hanging out here, driving to the coal mine, and, yesterday was a tough day. I played Mr. Mum to my dog all day. I was taking care of my dog because he hasn't been feeling good, but he's okay now, and I just left him and he's crying like a little banshee. But I got a camera on him. Samurai told me to get him a camera, so I get him this camera that actually shoots him out treats, which is kind of cool. So I gave him a couple of treats, and he's still barking. Whatever, man. He's a puppy. My wife should be home soon, so I won't be alone too much longer. But anyway, puppy life, It's what happens when you become a dad to a new puppy. So, yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. I just thought I'd do a synth car thing, and talk a little bit about. Well, I'd like to talk a little bit about the Hydrosynth, actually, and I know that everybody has to hear the latest, greatest news, but as far as I'm concerned, the Hydrosynth is still new to me. I mean, let's face it, in less than a year, I acquired, 3 synthesizers? Wow, I must be out of my freaking, actually 4, right? I got the Ambient Zero, I got the Hydrosynth, I got the Mini Freak, and I got the Juno X. And, I'm not made out of money, but I got to tell you, the funny part about that is I put it all on my Sweetwater card and I sold some gear. But it's just so funny. It's like, well, the Ambient Zero I couldn't put on a Sweetwater card. I had to pay for that out of my pocket. I pay for everything out of my pocket, but I had to buy that one straight up outright. And but imagine, how sick am I? How sick is this? How crazy? How absolutely absurd and insane is this? That I bought 4 synthesizers in less than a year. Crazy, man. In the year before that, I bought the Osmos, right? And keep hitting the dead zone, guys. Sorry. Yeah, so it's crazy. I got to put the brakes on. The brakes are coming on. This is insane. And I haven't mastered any of them. That's insane. I don't actually think you master any synthesizer. I think you're always finding out something new about it, creating some new effect or some new patch with it. But it is insane, and I gotta stop. Gear acquirement syndrome is definitely a disease. There should be like a meeting place that you go to and say, "Hi, my name is Echo, and I'm addicted to synthesizers, and I have gear acquirement syndrome. You know, there must be like 12 steps to gear acquirement syndrome. You know, first step, admitting that I am powerless. I don't know, man. It's bad. You know, Samurai, he's burning, man. He's like, I gotta buy this one, and I gotta buy that one, and I gotta get this. The other night, I almost bought a friggin' monopoly. What's up, guys? I can't see everybody in the chat, but hello. Yeah, the Samurai's burning. He wants more. He wants everything. He wants it all. This morning, he said that his goal is to buy as much gear as he can and then rent out the space. I don't know, man. If that's what you want to do, cool. I don't want anybody touching my shit. That's the way I am. I'm like, you come over my place and touch my shit, you better know what you're doing. Seriously. I used to have a guy that used to come over my studio, and he would touch everything. And not to play anything. He'd be having a conversation with him. He'd be twiddling a knob. I call him Mr. Fidget, because it's all he did was he just touched everything. And then I would go to like mess with something, and everything be screwed up, and I'd be like, oh my God. Yeah, Mr. Fidget. That's what I called him. But yeah. So anyway, I just think that at some point you got to put the brakes on, man. At some point, you know, I said all gas, no brakes. That train that he's riding right now, I can't. I got no place to put this stuff, man. You know, I keep saying I'm going to rebuild my studio, and I procrastinate. Now that I have a puppy, it's like I don't have time for that. You know? I don't know. I just think putting on the brakes at some point, you got to do it. You know? I mean, it would be great, you know, if I had this giant studio and a huge budget to just keep filling it up. But I don't. You know? And it gets scary. You know? Yeah, I'm reading a text right now from my wife. Sorry. Yeah, I think I gotta cut this one short, guys. I gotta go. But yeah, gear acquirement syndrome. It's a real thing. It's definitely some type of disease that we have, and I don't know what to do. I got to put the brakes on, man. Well, listen, I don't mean to cut this short, but the wife's texting me and something's going on. So, like I always say, stay frosty, stay safe, stay creative, take a pill or something for that gas, because it's bad. Peace.